Welcome all to the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Program 2021 graduation. My name is Elise Fisher and I will be your hostess with the mostess this evening, guiding you through the twists and turns of this online. To start with, I would like to acknowledge that this evening I'm coming to you live from Wiradjuri country in Albury. I would like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and those who are emerging, as well as all of the First Nations people who are attending tonight. I would like to acknowledge that this event is bringing together people who are tuning in from many different lands, and extend my respects to all of those lands, their elders, and encourage everyone to be the champions of the emerging elders and leaders of all of our futures. Now, many of you may be thinking, gosh, haven't I seen her somewhere before? Well, the answer is read the face of National Condom Day 2020. But that, believe it or not, is not how I scored tonight's gig. It is because I am actually an Alpine Valley Community Leadership graduate, an AVCLP 2020 alumni for those in the know. Part of the group whose 12-month program turned into 18 months, 6 months in person, and the rest on Zoom. I believe that in comparison, the 2020 cohort had far more in-person days than we managed, but perhaps that was thanks to their mascot, Clancy, the COVID kangaroo. Tonight is all about acknowledging the immense achievement of the 2021 graduates. Not only being accepted into the program, but completing the program and taking it in their stride. All that 2020 threw at them. The ongoing pandemic, snap lockdowns, fire alarms, border closures, a priest preaching up the wrong tree, power outages, and an unexpected candlelit dinner. All things that we will learn about tonight, I am sure. Now, tonight we are using a program called Chime. Many of you may have had a little bit of a play as you're waiting for us to get started, but please do throughout the night, check out the features of Chime. So on the left-hand side, you will see a panel there. You can check out the graduates' bios. You can check out my bio. I believe you can take a selfie, have a little play as we go along tonight, but let's get started. Let's kick off with a montage, the 2021 AVCLP journey. Another very eventful year, and I believe there was only one sensible participant who didn't jump into the pool at the Lake Hume Resort back in July. I would now like to introduce Anthony Griffiths, Chair of the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership. Anthony is a graduate of the 2005-2006 AVCLP program. He is the longest standing board member of 10 years, has been board treasurer and took the role of chair in 2020. Over to you, Anthony.
Hi everybody, a bit of a different experience doing all this on Zoom once again. It would be great to do it in face-to-face, but for our second year running, we're stuck to be face-to-face again. I'd like to start off by respectfully acknowledging the traditional owners of the various lands we are all on this evening as we're scattered across the region and the state, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. While the Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Program is now conducting a range of activities and different programs, the annual Community Leadership Program is our flagship activity and certainly closest to our hearts. A number of us, as you just heard, myself included, are graduates, as a number of the other board members, and certainly, obviously, a great deal of the audience. So this makes it a special pleasure on behalf of Alpine Valleys Community Leadership, both the board and staff, to congratulate this latest group of community leaders on their graduation from the program, and they bring the total number of graduates to 471, which is a pretty mighty number of an. And if you look around the amazing initiatives, both around our own region and some of our neighbouring regions, you'll find some AVCLP graduates behind them and involved in them, which is really gratifying. It's a bit like a secret club. You see things happening and think, oh, I know them. They're making the move and shakers. While tonight is about celebrating the efforts of this cohort and getting to graduation through what's been a challenging year, not quite as challenging as the previous year, but just the same, challenging enough. Because it's been impacted at every turn by COVID, as everything in life has been. I also wanted to take a few moments to acknowledge those whose contributions have made the program possible, because while it's great to see the outcomes, there's a lot of work goes in behind the scene. Those include the patron, John Brown, who's with us tonight for his unwavering support of the program since its inception. The various sponsors who provide scholarships to fund community members who wouldn't otherwise. There's all the workplaces who support their employees with funding and time off, etc., to be able to do the program. There's a lot of in-kind supporters that give us services at cost or ex gratis. They just pick up the cost for us to help things along. There's all the various presenters. Again, the vast majority give their time gratis. A number of them are AVC alumni giving back to the program. There's also the tireless efforts of the staff team, and this year particularly, the resilience and resourcefulness has been pushed to the limits as they try and make everything work with the ever-changing COVID situation. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge the voluntary board, my fellow board members, who contribute so freely of their time and expertise. And we're very lucky to have such a skilled board to help steer things along. All these contributions are part of the magic that makes the community leadership program such a wonderful experience. They go on behind the scenes and quite often not seen or acknowledged, but I want to make sure we do. And certainly thank every one of those contributors for what they do put in, because it all makes sense. Everyone's leadership journey and their destinations are individual and different, but what a pleasure it's been to bring this part of this co-experience to welcome them into the alumni of Alpine Valleys Community Leadership graduates. So with that, my congratulations, and we look forward to this group of graduates being involved in all those exciting future initiatives around our region. Thank you.
Thank you to Anthony for all that you contribute to the Alpine Valleys community and for your leadership during 2021. Being an online event, it means that we do not get to enjoy the pre and post ceremony small talk over nibbles and drinks. You will recall those pre-pandemic days when you were trying to tactfully take a bite of a sausage roll, but it goes horribly wrong all over your best outfit, and then spend the rest of the night awkwardly trying to hide the sustain. But I digress, as Alpine Valley's community leadership has tried to bring a taste of the real thing by sending all of tonight's graduates a pre-stained sauce shirt. No, jokes. Sorry, this is what happens when you hire a comedian to be your MC. We've actually sent everyone hampers. Thank you to Marie at Pickled House Hampers in Glenrowan for all the amazing local produce. And I hope that all the graduates tonight are indulging at home with those hampers. Now it is time to introduce John Brown. John was a founding member of the AVCL board, serving from 1998 to 2005. Upon his resignation, he accepted the offer to serve as the patron of Alpine Valley's community leadership, and he holds this role to the present day. Without further ado, the patron of Alpine Valley's community leadership, John Brown, who will open the graduation ceremony.
Thank you, Alice. Am I online yet?
Yes.
What a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Alice. And it's great to get another graduation ceremony on the way. First, I'd like to recognise Anthony Griffith as the chair and leader of the organisation at the present time, Jackie Bramwell, the Chief Executive Officer, Carly Langdon, the Program Coordinator, Madeline Hines, the Administrative Assistant, particularly tonight's graduates, also the past graduates and anybody else who's online, ladies and gentlemen. To the graduates, my hearty congratulations on completing the leadership program and taking a big step to a more creative life. At the launch of the program, I spoke about a quote that says, "Leaders are the creators of their lives. Followers let lives happen to them." You now have the tools to give you the confidence in taking responsibility in lead roles in our community. You've met many prominent leaders who you can now approach to help leverage your objectives. But those people have come from all sorts of different fields, and I'm sure that they'd be willing to help you if you have any queries along your leadership journey. You're in a strong position to continually improve the circumstances where we live, work and play, the community we live in and the pleasures we enjoy through living in this part of Australia, where leadership skills are valued at work, in sport, in health, education, in agriculture, in the environment and with climate change. There are lots of community groups that people might become involved in, maybe already involved in. The CFA and bushfire recovery have been high on our agenda in recent times. The SES, when there are storms coming through. In local, state and federal government, there are leadership opportunities and expectations. And even with your own family group, there can be times when a leadership role is really important. I'm sure that those of you in the group can think of many, many more. Leadership is an essential resource to help community keep pace with change. In 2022 and beyond, we'll have real demand for leadership skills. We've seen recently the COVID-19 situation that has shown us new way of doing things that we're still coming to terms with. We need to enshrine the good ones, like working from home, where there are side benefits like travel costs to the individual, reduced carbon emissions because people are not driving their cars every day to and from work, sometimes long distances. And I'm told also that even the businesses are experiencing better productivity. And we also need to shed the not so good ones. I think it's important that we have those workplace social interactions. So some time at work is important. Work is not just a workplace. There's a real social environment there, just like your social groups outside of work. And there's also the informal face-to-face process improvement dialogue that goes along in the coffee room, which actually helps the business along and progress really positively. And I'd like to see that continue as well. But there's a leadership role in bringing all that forward and bringing the best actions out of it in the future for our companies and for you people who have the opportunity of working from home. We're also getting better with Zoom and Teams, and tonight's a great experience of that. We've found new ways of interacting with people at long distance. There are many people who probably wouldn't be here tonight if they had to be on site in Wangaratta. And that's another benefit that's come out of COVID. We've learned to use the Zoom and Teams concepts much more efficiently. The future balance needs to be found. It needs leaders to help people adapt to those changes. Strong leadership will help us find the best way to go forward. And I'm a profound believer in the importance of leadership skills. Can you imagine a community without it? Keeping pace with our peers across the borders or internationally would be very difficult without people helping us keep up with the speed of change. I've witnessed firsthand at graduation ceremonies the growth in confidence and personal well-being of the participants. They stand taller and with much more self-confidence. And I'm sure that this new group will be showing those same traits tonight when the ceremony is progressed. I've also witnessed many successful community and business roles being successfully achieved by those graduates. Change is occurring all the time. It seems to be getting faster. Maybe just because I'm getting older, it seems to be faster, but it seems to me to be happening more quickly. Many people resist change, but they would be better off adapting to it. Leaders play an important role in bringing the community along with change. They can also be drivers of change. They tend to be innovators and people who see beyond the 9 dots. It gives me great pleasure, I must say, to witness another class of graduates already to exercise their newfound skills in our community. I heard Anthony say just now there are 471 graduates from this program over the period of time that it's been running, and that has to be making a significant difference to the progress of our living, working and playing. I'll also remind you that if you find yourself challenged during your endeavours in your leadership roles, just recall the 10 two-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. Real leaders don't give up easily. Again, my hearty congratulations, and I'll now look forward to your certificate presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, John. It is now my pleasure to introduce the human who is the heart and soul of AVCL, Carly Langdon, the Program Manager. Carly has been with Alpine Valley's Community Leadership for almost 6 years and will be introducing the 2021 graduates. Take it away, Carly.
Thank you, Elise. And if there's any alumni that can understand part of the journey that the 2021 cohort has been through, it's absolutely the 2020 cohort. So thank you so much. It is with my absolute great pleasure that I get to showcase to you this evening our 2021 graduates. And I will start by talking about our very first cab off the rank, which is Justin Armstrong. Justin is Justin Armstrong from Barranduda and otherwise affectionately known by the cohort as Juz. He is passionate about regenerative agriculture and is the recipient of our Australian Alpine Valleys Agribusiness Forum Scholarship. Justin is the cohort's unofficial social liaison and organiser and brings a great sense of wit and humour to the cohort. Congratulations, Justin.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Carly, and thank you to the Alpine Valleys Agribusiness Forum. And I'd just like to say the Alpine Valley Leadership Program has helped me to understand how to work together, and sometimes getting the journey to the goal is more, let's say, more important than the goal itself. All right, thank you.
Great. Thanks, Justin. Certainly this cohort has worked towards many goals throughout the year together. And I'd now like to make mention of our next 2021 graduate, Tamara Barton. Tamara and her partner operate a beef farm up at Tallangata, and Tamara is the recipient of the Agriculture Victoria Young Farmer Scholarship. Tamara's looking forward to strengthening the work she's already doing in community through the Tallangata Food Swap and also the community garden. And we really look forward to seeing what this little farmer, young gun from up the Tallangata Valley is going to deliver next. Congratulations, Tamara.
Thank you, Carly. I'd just like to thank you for your amazing leadership throughout the year for us all. And a thank you to my sponsor, Ag Victoria, for offering me this opportunity. And the Alpine Valley program has meant a lot to me and helped me with my confidence to make a difference in my community. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And next, I'd like to bring to the virtual stage Pahal. Pahal works for Westmont Aged Care Services and is the recipient of a Hugh Williamson Foundation Scholarship. Pahal is a very busy community member. He's a board director for the Albury-Wodonga Ethnic Communities Council, and he's a very valued member of the AVCLP 2021 cohort and has reminded us all about the power of gratitude. Congratulations, Pahal.
Thank you, Carly, and like the AVCLP for giving the opportunity for me to get participate on this program, and it helped me to develop the network to the different area. And I would like to say a thank you to the Hugh William Foundation for financially supporting me as a sponsor. Thank you, everyone, all of my friends and the participants for helping me in everyday life. Thank you.
Thank you, Pahal. And next, I'd like to bring to the screen Anthony Chisman. Apart from being Pahal's carpool buddy, Anthony is also a senior business analyst with the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning, and he's from Wodonga. Anthony has given, the AVCLP has given Anthony an experience working outside of the Command and Control Centre of DELP, which has really impacted his leadership development into the future. So congratulations, Ant.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you to my sponsor as well, the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning, for the opportunity to attend the course this year. The AVCL program has allowed me to meet people outside of my normal circle that I wouldn't have otherwise met. I've learnt a lot more about issues and initiatives across northeastern Victoria, and most importantly, I've learnt a lot about myself and how I can contribute to my community more effectively. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ant. And next we have Pete Christensen from the mighty King Valley. Not a stranger to AVCLP, through association with family, friends. Pete joined the cohort this year, sponsored by 15 Mile Creek Outdoor School, a great partner of ours. Pete's quiet, humble and lovely natured wit has been valued by all of the cohort, and we wish you all the best in your leadership journey through education and in your community, Pete. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Carly. I really appreciated doing the program this year. I'd like to thank Outdoor School, amazing flexibility from Reese Evans and Owen Dixon. I need to thank the CFA for contributing to my program. I'd love to thank Amy Northwood for putting me on the scent of doing this course, and also like to thank my family for the great support they've shown me. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Been great meeting everyone, and I've got a lot out of it. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Our next graduate is from Mansfield, and that is Bonnie Clark. Bonnie's the recipient of a workplace scholarship.
Yep, just want to say thank you.
Oh. Well, that's a bit preemptive.
Alpine Valley. So.
Because I've got some things to say about you first, Bonnie. Bonnie Clark is being sponsored by Mansfield Shire and is our quiet achiever with all of this life experience that she brings to the table in terms of community development. Bonnie's biggest takeaway that she'll get from the program is definitely the relationships that she's made, and we've learnt a lot from you too, Bonnie. So now you can jump in and say thank you.
Sorry about that. I just want to say thank you to Alpine Valleys for the opportunity, and thank you to Mansfield Shire for supporting me through the program, and good luck to any future cohort.
Thanks, Bonnie. Next up, we've got Natalie Flay from Mount Beauty. Natalie, hailing from the foothills of Mount Bogong, represents her community and her organisation AGL. Natalie's confidence has built over the course of the program as a quiet little one at opening retreat, which is really allowing you to step up into your leadership, and what you bring to the table is being heard and definitely respected. So congratulations, Nat.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you so much. Your support has really been inspirational. And I want to thank AGL Hydro for their belief in me and for their support and guidance, which has just been ongoing throughout the whole year, and their flexibility. And to AVCLP for a really enriching experience. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you.
Thanks, Nat. So the handball goes over to Hayley Hollis, who is also from the mighty King Valley. Hayley is a recipient of a workplace sponsorship, again from DELP, who is a great long-standing partner of ours. Hayley believes that AVCLP has better equipped her to understand her own strengths and her own style, and that she's been able to lean into being given this experience. So you've been a pleasure, Hayley. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carly. I'd just like to thank my family and AVCL, as well as DELP, for your continued commitment to growing leadership capacity in our region, and for supporting me through what has really been an incredible year of connection, upskilling and self-development for the betterment of my community and my workplace. Thanks very much.
Excellent. Thanks, Hayley. And next up, we have Sally Hughes from Corowa. Sally has started the program as a land care officer with Corowa District Land Care and is sponsored by the June Canavan Foundation, with also a contribution from the Regional Change Agency, thanks to you, Narelle Martin, one of our other valued alumni. Sally brings to the program a great zest and a real determination for community leadership, a passion for the outdoors and the land, and is also currently running as a candidate for Federation Council. So we wish you all the best in your campaign, Sally, and congratulations on completing this year's program.
Thank you, Carl. Thank our team for guiding us through our leadership journey. I'd like to acknowledge the June Canavan Foundation and the Regional Development Agency for their contribution. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm really looking forward to taking the learnings from the program out into my community. I'm very grateful to my family and to all of the participants in the AVCL for their friendship and sharing their experiences with us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Next up, we've got Andrew Jones, sponsored by the CFA. Andrews is an animal health officer and a senior program officer with Agriculture Victoria, but in all of his spare time is a volunteer for the CFA. And this year's CFA scholarship we've got two of. This year we've got a contribution from Coles supporting Andrew's journey. So Andrew's also brought a great deal of fun to the program, and certainly we've seen a wonderful amount of growth throughout your journey. And I deliberately say that because I know that the J word, has bugged him throughout, like many, many, many other hundreds of alumni. Andrew, you've been an absolute pleasure to watch grow, and you mean so much to the cohesiveness of the cohort, and congratulations on now entering the program as an alumni.
Thanks, Carly, and I'd like to also thank my sponsor, Michelle, Coles and the CFA for this opportunity. AVCLP has been filled with lots of lessons and learnings, and of course the establishment of some wonderful relationships throughout the course of the journey. So thanks again.
Thanks, Andrew. And our next duet is from Special Place Parker, and her name is Pia Kennedy, sponsored by Alpine Shire. We really value the relationship with Alpine Shire and the support that the organisation has given us over the years. And Pia, you've brought just such a calming nature to the program and such a great perspective around some of the issues that are impacting not only your local community, but certainly the region as a whole, with some of the changes that we've had to deal with and some of the growth and rapid growth in the last couple of years. Pia, wish you all the best with nurturing tourism back to our region in 2022, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been an amazing journey, a real privilege to be part of this. And I'd just like to say thank you so much to the Alpine Shire for their support and sponsorship and flexibility for letting me undertake such a great program. To the AVCLP and Carly, thank you. And my family who always help me get through these programs. Thank you.
Thanks, Pia. Next up, we've got Peter Kenyon from Beechworth. Peter is a food systems strategist, is very, very passionate about the farm gate journey, the paddock to plate journey, and a real advocate for our region. Peter's sponsored by Telstra, regional and rural, and has brought to the program a wealth of regional knowledge after working for Kathy McGowan. And it brings this really, again, a real nurturing aspect to the program. We're really looking forward to seeing you step and lean right into your leadership. You're an asset to the region, and really looking forward to seeing your next steps. Congratulations, Pete.
Thank you very much, Carly. I really appreciate your very kind introduction. I'd like to thank Kathy McGowan for your encouragement of my participation in the program, and to Carly and Jackie and Maddie for your really extraordinary grace and flexibility through what's been an incredibly challenging year, and to the AVCL board behind you and underpinning your work. I'd like to express my gratitude and appreciation to Telstra Rural for sponsoring my participation. Thank you, Loretta Willerton and Gary Austin. And finally, to my fellow program participants at the AVCLP, we've had a really fun and interesting year. Thanks for sharing, and let's stay in touch.
Well said, Peter. Thank you. Our next graduate is Lee Manning from the community of Vanilla. Lee wears a multitude of hats that doesn't fit on one particular slide. However, in her day job is working for Agriculture Victoria, in one of her other roles is with Benalla Hockey Club. Not only the SES and multiple things, but Lee was very proactive in sourcing her own funding with a Change Our Game scholarship for all of the work and the advocacy and the visioning that she's doing for Benalla Hockey Club and young people in that community. Lee, you've been forever entertaining and determined, and the passion that you have for your community is infectious, and we can't wait to see that hockey field built and supported with a big, big grant one day. So congratulations, Lee.
Thank you, Carly, and thank you to AVCLP for the fantastic program that we've all been on this year. I'd also like to thank the Benalla Hockey Club for funding my place through a Sport and Recreation Victoria Change Our Game scholarship. Thanks also to my employer, Agriculture Victoria, for allowing me study leave to attend during work hours. I'd also like to thank my mum, Robin, who is my inspiration and a grant writing guru from way back. My greatest thanks, though, goes to my village and my daughter, Erin, for always supporting me in all the work I do for others. I know that together we will bring great things to Benalla and have a big impact on our world in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Lee, and no doubt that you will. Our next graduate is Olivia Noto from How Long? Liv has been very generously sponsored by the June Canavan Foundation as well, and also her wonderful organisation, Gateway Health. Liv is doing amazing advocacy work across the region for young LGBTIQA+ people, is a very passionate team member, and it's been so wonderful to see your personal transformation through the program. You bring such a wonderful way to communicate ideas, and we're so grateful to have you in the cohort, and congratulations on being a 2021 alumni.
Thank you so much, Carly. And I'd like to start by thanking you and your expert facilitation in what has been quite another year. You are a pivoting master. Thank you so much to my beautiful family, who's just always there to support me, and my generous sponsors, once again, the June Canavan Foundation, and my incredible and very inclusive workplace, Gateway Health. Special thanks to my colleagues who are joining in tonight, including my CEO, Lee Rode, and my team leader, Kylie Gillison, who just sent me this beautiful thing literally just before we started. So that's just a lovely addition to my my office. Thank you, Kylie. AVCLP has profoundly positively impacted me in ways that are still unfolding, and I am truly grateful for the opportunity. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Liv. And now I'd like to introduce our next graduate, which is Melinda Pentreth. Melinda is the recipient of our Alpine Valleys Community Leadership Alumni Scholarship. This scholarship fund was started in 2015 and was funds raised by alumni to pay it forward for others to participate in this program. Mel is a cartwheeling ball of joy. And the growth that we've seen in Mel over the course of the 10 months of this program has been an absolute delight. Again, another very connected and passionate Benalla community member, and we can't wait to see what this little pocket rocket does next. Congratulations, Mel.
Thank you, Carly, and thank you for supporting us all through this journey. And I would like to say a massive thank you to Alpine Valleys Community for thinking that I was worthy enough to do the program this year. It's certainly been a roller coaster and lots of ups and downs, but I think the biggest thing I'll take away is lots of learnings and having the opportunity to connect with such an amazing cohort. I love you all, and you will always be very special to me, each and every one of you. And I'd just like to say a massive thank you.
Beautiful, Mel, and always from the heart. Thank you. Our next graduate is Edith Peters. Edith is from Tallandoon, and she's been sponsored by the Gardner Dairy Foundation. Edith and her dairy farm up at Tallandoon are leading the way in the dairy space like we haven't seen before. This is innovation. This is contribution, this is collaboration, and this is forward thinking. What Edith has brought to the program has been visionary. Every second Friday, not being able to milk in the morning has probably been a little bit of a joy. However, a bit of a long drive to some of the program days when we haven't been on Zoom. Edith, it's been an absolute pleasure to learn from you and to be involved, or to learn more about your involvement in the dairy industry. And we can't wait to see what your farm and your innovations do next. Congratulations, Edith.
Thank you very much, Carly, and thank you very much to the Gardner Foundation. Am I not being heard?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay, sorry. AVCLP has meant been a big reminder to let my light shine, and I'd like to thank my team for being so flexible on the farm to allow me to come, and thanks for giving me the time.
Thanks, Edith. Always great when you've got a great team backing you up and a team that you can rely on. Our next graduate is Helen Seller of Beechworth. Helen has been sponsored by the Into Our Hands Foundation and is a therapeutic specialist with the Australian Childhood Foundation. The work that Helen has been doing over the past 2 years, as we're in a state of constant flux, is something that we all admire and look up to. Helen is a very valued member of the Beechworth community, even brought home by us having the wrong address to send her hamper to, and having a local builder at the property next door that said, oh no, she just lives down there. Helen, really looking forward to seeing what's next for you. Congratulations on all your achievements.
Thank you, Carly. And I'd just like to say a heartfelt thank you to AVCL and particularly to you, Carly, for your leadership. And I'd call it both kind and strong. A thank you to Into Our Hands Community Foundation for their sponsorship and support, and to this cohort of really amazing people. I really am grateful to have shared this program year with you. So thank you.
And next up, we have Tegan Sharwood from Mansfield. Tegan, new to the region, has a job as Area Chief Ranger for the Western Alps with Parks Victoria, another really valued partner of AVCL's. Tegan hadn't been in the region that long and was looking to grow networks and look outside of her field of expertise to learn more about different leadership styles and industries. What Tegan's bubbly nature, contribution, and absolute intellect has brought to the program has been so valuable and appreciated, and really looking forward to seeing these relationships that you've built in the cohort grow and to see what's next for you down the track.
Thanks, Carly, and thanks to the AVCL team. I'd also really like to thank my family and my partner for supporting me throughout the year, and a really big thanks to my family at Parks Victoria. They've been an amazing support from my supervisor, Chris Derrick, and some of my colleagues like Ross Grant. You've been excellent supports in helping me get through the year and learning all I can. So a big thanks to you for supporting me through this.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tegan. And next we've got Jennifer Sleep. Jen is the EO of Uniting Goulburn Murray region for Uniting VicTas, and she's from Wangaratta. Jen has brought such a great maturity to the program with a fantastic knowledge of good governance and the way Jen, you've been just a delight learning about the real you and also your visions for creating a really inclusive region and a really inclusive Wangaratta, and really looking forward to the effect that you can have through mentoring and supporting others with the same vision. Congratulations, Jen.
Thank you, Carly. I'd also like to thank Uniting, who have sponsored me for this year, and in particular a couple of people. Firstly, Wenda Donaldson, who was my original sponsor, and my current manager, Celeste Haddock, who in the age of Zoom and Teams, I still haven't met in person yet, but she has actually ridden the virtual AVCLP journey with me across our beautiful region. So it's been lovely to be able to showcase all the different places that we have spent our Fridays. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thanks, Jen. Okay, and we've got a few more to go. We've got Julia Vespel from Beachwear. Julia is now a marketing consultant with the City of Wodonga, or was working as a marketing consultant, but through the journey of AVCLP has found her feet a little bit more and really embedded in community, being involved in the Border Trust Foundation Board and numerous other different activities. Julia has brought about not only a real worldview to the cohort, but a great sense of empathy. Julia, congratulations on completing AVCLP. Julia, are you there? Unfortunately, Beechworth has been experiencing a few connection issues lately. So hopefully Julia might be able to jump back in and we can hear from her in a moment. I will skip over to Gemma Whitehead from beautiful Corryong. Oh, my apologies, sorry. We are with Maria. Maria Wadley of Merriwa Industries. Maria has the wonderful job of being Divisional Manager at Park Lane Nursery at Merriwa Industries. And if you haven't been there before, I strongly encourage you to go. Maria has brought to the program such a great perspective of how we can create inclusive workplaces and cater for people with all abilities. It's been wonderful to see your confidence grow, Maria. Fantastic to have Merriwa Industries a partner of the program, and we wish you all the best in your work and your community work into the future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carly. My certificate there. I would also really like to thank Merriwa
and Liz, my manager, and Bart, our CEO, and my amazing team at Park Lane for the ability to have this experience and the encouragement to do it. Exhausting and amazing at the same time. Carly and Maddie and AVCL for an amazing chapter in my life. Thank you. My project team, Laura, Hayley, Lee and Bon, so much carrying and so much caring. I've loved getting to know you guys. And just as a side, Carly, I think we've missed Laura in the presentation batch. And to the whole cohort, I didn't imagine that I'd make friends with such amazing, cool people. So thank you all.
Thanks, Maria. And our next graduate is Gemma Whitehead from the beautiful Snowy Mountains region in Corryong. Gemma's assistant, soon to be manager for the Corryong Neighbourhood Centre. She's sponsored by Tauranga Shire, supported by some funding from our Bushfire Relief Forum and also from the Upper Murray Development Board. Gemma's commitment to her own community, commitment to the people in her community is second to none as such a fabulous young person with great ideas. She has brought about a level of vulnerability, but a perspective that all of us have learnt from, and we can't wait to see what you do next for the Upper Murray. Congratulations, Gemma.
Thanks, Carly. I think next manager might be a little far-fetched at this point, but I do want to mention a special thanks to Corryong Neighbourhood Centre for being such great supports and backing me all the way this year and always. And thank you to Tauranga Shire for being one of my major sponsors. And a special thank you to my team Ohana, who's also become my family. It's been a great ride. Thanks, everyone.
Beautiful. Thanks, Gem. And next we have Alison Winters of Northeast Health Wangaratta. Alison began her journey at Northeast Health Wangaratta as a nurse and then also a project officer, is a visionary and also has some great impact on the region and also the Wangaratta community. We're really looking forward to seeing the vision of Line Wangaratta and where that goes, and we look forward to celebrating all of your successes now and into the future. Congratulations, Alison.
Thank you, Carly. I'd like to first start by thanking my workplace and sponsoring organisation Northeast Health Wangaratta for the opportunity to complete the program this year. I am so incredibly grateful for the support, love and faith from my partner, my mum, kids and chosen family who have had the role of unofficial cheer squad this year. A huge thank you to you, Carly, and the team at AVCL for the incredibly hard work that's gone over the past year. The ability to be flexible, understanding, but also challenging has really made this program truly shine. A big congratulations to my fellow cohort on completing the program. It's been tough, it's been fabulous, and I'm really excited to see all the amazing things that I'm sure everyone's going to achieve from here. Thank you.
Thanks, Al. Okay, and we've got Julia back. I'm just wondering if you've got anything you'd like to say, Julia, as we lost you for a moment.
Yes, thank you, Carly. My apologies. It's such a great honour to finally graduate from the program. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Quercus Beechworth Neighbourhood House, who allowed me to participate with the cohort this year. Obviously, my team Acorn, absolutely amazing. I've made life friends, extremely grateful. Same for the entire cohort. I also would like to thank the speakers that we've had throughout the year. Absolutely, awe-inspiring, uplifting, and full of insights for me and the next chapter of my journey. And also, I can't recommend highly enough this program to anyone who wants to talk to me about it. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Julia. And our last graduate, not in alphabetical order, our last graduate is Charleroi. Laura is Senior Transport Planner with the Department of Transport and has brought a real knowledge to us on this beautiful little community, Charleroi. Not only this knowledge of Charleroi, but also the complexities and the issues and the challenges around transport in our region from such a wonderful perspective that we can all understand. Laura, we wish you all the best in your community efforts, your permaculture, which we all want to know more about, and visits to Charleroi, and in your leadership. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carly. Poster certificate. Thank you, Carly, and thank you very much to my sponsor, the Department of Transport, for always supporting women in regional Victoria. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that AVCL has provided to connect us with the people in our region who are making positive change and for inspiring us to do the same. I'd just like to finish with a big thank you to our cohort. I'm really excited to see where we all go in the next year and really look forward to sharing it with you. So thank you. Saving the best to last, I guess.
That's right. That was deliberate. Thank you, Laura. And thank you to all 24 of the 2021 AVCLP. I would like you in your homes or wherever you're streaming from today to please put your hands together loudly to congratulate our 2021 AVCLP. And I'll hand back to our MC, Elise.
Thank you very much, Carly. And another huge, big congratulations to the 2021 graduates. Welcome to the Alumni Club. Okay, now for a little treat.
Congratulations,
Dad.
Justin. We're really proud of you for completing your leadership course. We think you've grown a lot and actually taught us a bit too about listening, empathy. What else has he taught us, Matilda? To smile. Awesome. Have a great night.
Hi Tamara. I am so happy to be able to share in your excitement on your graduation for the Alpine Valley Community Leadership. I know you have worked very hard for this and I am so proud of what you have achieved. You are the most caring person I know, always putting others first, and now it's your turn. So congratulations on your graduation.
Hi Laura, congratulations on your graduation from the AVCLP program. I'm very proud of what you've achieved in a year and your community program. It's going to look fantastic. So all the best to everybody else. I'm sure you guys have done fantastic jobs too. Look forward to getting to know you better in the future because Laura's made some great friendships out of this. So yeah, all the best everyone.
Hi Carly, this is Fulu, Paul's older daughter. Thank you for giving opportunity to my dad to become on your leadership program. My dad is the bravest person I've ever met. He has shown me how to become strong person, strong women, mentally, physically, and socially. Without my dad's support, I would not be where I am today. I would like to thank Dad for being my support system and always encouraging me to be a good girl and to be good to others as well. You're the reason I'm being successful today. Love you so much. Bye.
Hey Anthony,
After over a year of home learning, you know exactly how hard it is to get our 9-year-old to participate in anything. So today you're going to have to put up with just me and Freckles telling you how proud of you we are and everything you've achieved this year. It's been a massive year with everything going on, including home learning and Alpine Valleys, but we're really proud of everything that you've done and how committed you are to your leadership skills. We can't wait to see the mural you guys have worked so hard to develop, and we really love you very much.
Hi, Dad! Hey, I just want to let you know that I'm really proud of you for completing this course, and congratulations.
I think you've done very well with sticking through the course, completing it, even through the tough COVID lockdowns.
And I'm really impressed with how you've pushed yourself to be vulnerable and the growth that you've gained from that. And I know it's been tough sometimes and amazing at other times, the whole roller coaster ride. Congratulations on graduating.
I'm so proud of you, Dad, and I'm glad you got to have this experience to meet lots of new people. Love you.
Bye.
A shout out to Bonnie for completing the Alpine Valleys Leadership Program. It's a super achievement and I'm super proud of you. Love, Rachel.
Hi, Mum.
We are so proud of you and what you've achieved on your quest for greatness.
We are so proud of all the time and energy you put into it. We all love you so much and we hope you enjoy the experience.
G'day Hayley, just down at the bus stop. Just a quick video to let you know how much we love you and that we're very proud of you. It's been great watching you over the last 12 months, in particular listening to your stories about some of the speakers and how they have given you the confidence to develop your own unique leadership style. It'll be great to see how it all evolves in time. Well done, Hayley. A great 12 months.
So, congratulations on completion of the leadership course. Looking forward to seeing you utilise all these skills you've obtained in your upcoming journey with the Federation Council. It's been an interesting journey through COVID and this leadership course, but I can see that you've enjoyed every moment of it, and I believe you've gained so much out of it. So it's just a credit to you and everything that you've done. Love you. Bye.
Hey Andrew, surprise! Just wanted to jump on here and say a massive congratulations on completing this program. We're very proud of what you've been able to achieve, and I'm sure you've met a whole bunch of wonderful people and really built on your leadership skills that you already have. So congratulations, we love you and very proud of you.
We're very proud of you, Mum. We love you heaps too.
Hello everybody, I'm Jamie and my canine friend here is Ginny, and together with a pair of chooks just out of Beechworth, we're Peter's family. We're making this little video at Billy's great idea to congratulate Peter on all that he's achieved with the AVCLP and to congratulate all of you. And one of the best ways in which we can do that, Gin, pay attention, is to sing a small song to the tune of Happy Birthday, which Ginny knows quite well. Graduation to Peter, graduation to Peter, happy graduation to Peter. Happy graduation to him and all of you. Good on you. Well done. See you later.
Hi Lee. Congratulations from the Winkler Walker family for finishing this leadership program and getting through it all in amongst juggling everything else in life that you have to juggle. So well done for all that you've achieved, and may it take you forth into new adventures in the future.
I'm proud of you, Mama.
Yeah, we're both proud of you. As with everything you've put in, 150%. Congratulations.
Hey Mum, just wanted to say congratulations. You've done an amazing job through this leadership program. To watch you grow from the outside and to see where you started to where you are now has been amazing, and just wanted to say I love you lots.
Hi Ed, congratulations for fulfilling a whole year with the Alpine Valleys Leadership Program, and thank you to the Leadership Program for being available. I'd just like to say, well done, And you know, we know that you're a quiet achiever, but at the same time you certainly like to excel and bring value to whatever you actually do, and you're always striving for excellence. Like that tree behind me, I'm sure that you will evolve and add many branches in the journey that you've got ahead of you. So well done, congratulations, love you, bye.
Well done, Helen. We're all very proud of you. I've been immensely proud of you since the day you were born, but this year's been particularly challenging for you, and you've got through it with flying colours, and you're still smiling. Well done, darling. Lots of love.
Congratulations, Mum. We know you've worked really hard. We love you. Well done.
Congratulations on making it to the end of your course, Tegan. I'm so proud of you.
Hi Mum, congrats on completing your Alpine Valleys course. You have been an awesome role model to me and a fantastic mother. You're the most resilient person I know, and I'm very proud of you.
Hey Julia, well done. We're very proud of you. Onwards and upwards.
G'day everybody, it's Peter Wadley speaking, Maria's husband. I'd just like to congratulate my wife on such a fantastic job with the leadership program. She's an absolute amazing person, and I didn't think initially that she'd do so well because she really doesn't like meeting new people. She reckons she's got enough friends, she doesn't need to meet new people. So, you know, the positive energy that she's brought home after all the times that she's completed these sessions with the leadership program, it's just great to see, and I'm really, really proud of her and how far she's come in the last 12 months. So thanks, Maria. You're a fantastic person, and I know this has gone a bit too long, but I don't know how to make it short. So I love you heaps, and congratulations.
Congratulations, Gemma. Well done. Just want to say how proud I am of everything you've achieved over the last few years, and I hope all your hopes and dreams come true. Keep reaching for the stars, and you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Again, well done and congratulations.
Congratulations, Alison, on completing the leadership program course. I'm so proud of you. You've really put yourself out there. You had to expose yourself to all these people for them to find out what you were like, but also you got the insight and you found out what you were like. This program was so good for you, and I'm very, very proud of all that you've achieved. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. I hope everyone had tissues at the ready to get through that video. And there were so many laughs in there too, which was wonderful. I know I was a blubbering mess when Carly sprung a video like this onto the 2020 crew last year. So deep breaths, everyone. Well done, Carly, on another big surprise. Now, a brand new community project component was introduced this year, providing an opportunity for participants to undertake a community-focused project and engage in a learning format that has been both active and experimental. Supported by mentors from the annual program alumni, each community project focused on achieving measurable outcomes that provide benefits to the region, in alignment with the Ovens-Murray Regional Partnership AVCL strategic plan. Each team will now deliver a short presentation about their projects. To kick us off, we have Team Acorn with Ready, Set, Life.
Thank you, Alice. Ready, Set, Life is a project by Team Acorn. We're so proud of what we've achieved. It's about life skills, and life skills is an essential part of transition to adulthood, and that was highlighted in the Wodonga Youth Strategy 2019. The idea that every young people should have life skills about financial literacy, taxes, Medicare, housing. This is what life skill is all about. We've done a little bit of research, and we've realized that there was a glaring gap in that transition to adulthood from high school curriculum. and this is where we come in. Over to you, Edith.
Our team surveyed Mount Beauty Secondary College to give students a voice and a choice in what they thought were the subjects that are in their education and necessary for their success. We investigated topics including preparing for a job interview, changing the oil in a car, healthy eating, sexual health, relationships, getting a tax file number, having an emergency fund, and many more. Students were least interested in car reviews or watching it, and most interested in insurance. Over 50% of students were interested in insurance, superannuation, renting, emergency funds, debt, and financial distress. Thanks. Over to you, Justin.
So, after I unmute, on Tuesday, the 17th of August, 24 Year 10 students, Mel Nicholson from the Mandala Project, and our team met together at the Mount Beauty Community Centre. The first thing she explained was the bag of lollies that was placed in front of them was not lollies, but in fact their savings. And if they still wanted them after a 1 hour long presentation, she would double the investment or those lollies. She then went on to explain the day. A student ate his investment within 5 minutes. The big one for me was if I don't spend $4.20 a day on coffee, I could actually save $21,840 in 20 years. So there goes 20 grand. So I'd like to say that 95% of the students did double their investment by the end of the presentation. A survey was sent out, and as I look at my screen here, a couple of quotes that came back. You don't need money to be happy. You got to be happy with the way you earn it. And it will allow me to manage my finances better. It has also given me the motivation to look further into things like shares. Over to Olivia.
Team Acorn underwent a storming phase early on when deciding on a project concept. Once we better understood each other's temperaments and allowed the time and space to ensure everyone felt heard, the team worked remarkably well together. When making decisions, we agreed we did not require consensus, but a majority of 3, which kept the project progressing. The shared rolling minutes in a Team Acorn WhatsApp group was used to summarise discussions and outline any actions arising. There were many setbacks, but once we refined our project concept using SMART goals, we secured a facilitator and school audience through existing relationships. We encouraged each other to work on our weaknesses and shared opportunities equally. We acknowledged our changing levels of capacity and maintained an openness to have respectful, albeit sometimes challenging, conversations that assisted our team bonding. Over to you, Nat.
And it is with much pleasure that we can report that Mount Beauty Secondary College are reaching out to the Mandala Project, seeking the continuation of the program, which was delivered this year. We can also report that other schools in the local area are interested in the program being delivered, and we're after seeing positive reviews. Finally, we would like to thank the Williamson Foundation and the Kiamba Foundation for their contributions that enabled us to participate in a community project. Although many of us were initially daunted by the task and envisioned something big and grand, we soon realised that what really mattered was the process and team building that a team project requires. So the saying, it's the journey that matters, not the destination, that truly comes to mind. So yeah, we've thoroughly enjoyed working on and delivering a successful community project, and will no doubt continue to stay in touch well after the program's end. As a group, we're really proud of everything we've achieved.
Wonderful. Congratulations to Team Acorn. Next up, we have Chrysalis with Small Change, Big Impact.
Thank you and welcome. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and water of the Northeast where this project was developed and will be delivered. The inspiration for Small Change, Big Impact came from the shared desire of everyone in our team to do something that would encompass connection to community, inclusion, resilience, cross-generational mentoring, and inspiration for people to make changes that positively impact our environment. So, we set out to talk to as broad a range of everyday people that we could access and seek to understand how they feel, what their experiences have been, and what they do to stay connected, resilient, and engaged in our beautiful part of the world.
Team Chrysalis encompasses Maria Wadley, Hayley Hollis, Lee Manning, Bonnie Clark, and myself, Laura Benson. Through our project, we've used the process of storytelling and capacity building to inform the development of a 12-month reusable calendar which shares stories of everyday regional people who do small things which collectively reduce our footprint on the earth. The final product celebrates individual action and inspires regional people to try something new towards sustainable living. We've interviewed 12 everyday people who may not associate themselves as someone who is actively making decisions to lead a more sustainable lifestyle. We have contributors from a variety of ages and stages, backgrounds and industries. At least 200 copies will be printed and distributed across the Alpine Valleys region.
The journey of this project from inception to a complete product has been really interesting and rewarding. If I used one word to articulate this project, it would be growth. As a group, we've become familiar with each other's strengths and styles. We feel more connected to our communities and hope to inspire others to grow personally and take on the challenge of making small or big changes. Some of the hurdles along the way have included COVID-19, which was ever present, and restrictions impacted our ability to connect face-to-face with many contributors. Flexibility, a supportive and considered mentor, and our active project management have been key to our success.
We are so proud of our calendar. The 12 testimonials celebrate diversity in age, gender, culture, wisdom, and experience. All of the shires across the Alpine Valleys are represented. The storytelling format covers the big buzzwords like sustainability and climate change in a non-confronting way. Each month shares 3 calls to action with varying degrees of difficulty, enabling the viewer to connect with something that resonates with them that they can achieve that month. The finished product will be available online and printed copies will be released for the new year and distributed to public places such as community centres, libraries and hairdressers to be accessible for everyone. We also have our fabulous Small Change, Big Impact logo and little hashtag koala, which can be used into the future. These help support the perpetual calendar to continue past the first year of use or to be handed on to others.
In summary, our key learnings during this project have been about team. Throughout the challenges and successes, the one thing we all came back to is how amazing our team is. We operated out of the values that we set at the start, and that carried us through to completion. We couldn't have asked for a better group of amazing people to go through the journey of this project.
So we'd like to thank the following people and organisations for their support throughout the project. Our mentor, Mim McGowan, for her insights, enthusiasm and encouragement when we were all feeling a little overwhelmed by life. She got us excited about what we were doing again. The Hugh Williamson and Kiamba Foundations for funding support and AVCLP for facilitating those avenues of funding. And of course, Carly, Jackie and Maddie for your guidance and support throughout the year. The AVCL board and our sponsors for investing in community leaders. And we'd also very much like to thank the rest of the AVCLP 2021 cohort for being a fantastic bunch of people to share this ride with. Thank you.
Well done. Fantastic work. Now it is time for Team Jasper to tell us all about diversity and inclusion mural.
Thank you, Alice. Over the next few minutes, we'll be discussing the diversity and inclusion mural at Urunga Primary School, a project that's been coordinated by Team Jasper, made up by Jen Sleep, Alison Winters, Sally Hughes, Pete Christensen and Anthony Cheeseman. The diversity and inclusion mural at Urunga Primary School was aimed at creating a vibrant mural that celebrated diversity and inclusion and creating a safe and welcoming space in Wangaratta. The school was chosen because of their similar value to us and the project and the alignment of objectives. The school has a higher than average number of students that identify as of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander origin, trans and gender diverse, culturally and or linguistically diverse, from rainbow families, those who live in out-of-home care and have a disability. The goal is to provide the student community with an opportunity to articulate why diversity and inclusion and welcoming and belonging is important to them, which was achieved through a series of consultation workshops with grade 5 and 6 students. This allowed them to have direct involvement and impact on the development of the mural design. The objectives of the program included the improved resilience and empowerment of the community, providing students with the opportunity to directly influence the mural design and improving visibility and representation of diversity.
Great. I'm very excited. I'm going to take you on the journey of our project. In May, we started with some great planning. We used the skills from within our group and we had help from the AVCLP and we had some coaching from Tammy at Sue at It's On Purpose. We set some clear boundaries and timelines. In June, we were lucky enough to strike a great relationship with Urunga Primary School, who, as Alison has mentioned, have similar ideals about promoting inclusion and diversity. And importantly, they had a blank wall. And it's in a prominent position and the public can see it very clearly also. We also met our mentor, Kaz Salmon, who had been a great support to us through our journey. In July, we met with the grade 5 and 6 class students and worked with them to explore the ideas of diversity and inclusion. We had discussions, played games, and did drawings about the theme and tried to gain a student perspective on the idea. In August, we were able to use this information from the students to inform a request for quote that we sent out to local artist networks. We were very fortunate to be able to engage a local artist, Chris Henderson. In September, we were able to get some exciting news and get some funding from different places. Bendigo Bank came on board and Alea Care also. It gave us a real boost and gave us confidence to keep going. In October, we went back to Urunga Primary School and we took Chris Henderson with us. He met with a self-selected group of 6 students who are really interested in the theme of diversity and inclusion and also really interested in making art part of their careers in the future. And it was really interesting to hear them talk and engage with Chris about all sorts of topics. And in November, we are hoping and planning to have something vibrant and exciting to come up on the wall at Urunga. Chris and the students are currently finalising the design and Chris is actually scheduled to start painting on the 22nd of November this month. So it should all be happening very soon. So if you're in the Wangaratta area, please go past Urunga Primary School and you will see some great change. Thanks.
We'll achieve some excellent outcomes with our project. Not only will we deliver on our objective of designing and installing a high quality, bright and modern mural, we will also be able to deliver positive outcomes for the students, the school and for our project team. The Urunga students will see their vision, thoughts and feelings transformed into art and will have learned about the creative design process and will have learned how they can express themselves creatively. Our team has had the opportunity to learn about and to improve our understanding of diversity and inclusion within local communities, learn project management and technical skills, experience working with people that we may not have otherwise had the opportunity to, and we've had the opportunity to share our own skills and experiences with others.
Edward Kennedy once said, "What divides us pales in comparison to what unites us." Team Jasper began as 5 individuals. each with a unique personality, worldview, and skill set. Through meaningful discussion, we decided on a mural project in a public space that would help celebrate difference in its myriad of forms. Identifying the unique skills of each team member and assigning roles was key to our success. It helped us negotiate many hurdles. A huge step was finding a location for the mural, and gaining support at Yarunga Primary School through community engagement was a total breakthrough. Next, we drew on the ideas and perspectives of the student community. The students collaborated with the artist and created a picture of what diversity and inclusion really meant to them. Other hurdles included sourcing funding within a tight timeline and negotiating COVID. Our team is dedicated to changing culture. We are humbled and excited to see the project becoming a reality and a lasting legacy that will break down barriers and bring people together.
Thank you, Sally. Now, I would just like to acknowledge our sponsors and acknowledge a few other people in our project. So, firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the Bendigo Bank for their generous community grant, to Bunnings for their generous donation or offer to supply the paint for the mural. So that's been fantastic. Ovens and King Builders, who have offered to provide scaffolding or any other safety equipment that we need. Alpine Valleys Community Leadership, Hugh Williamson Foundation and Coyamba Foundation for the support in providing the seed funding. Alea Care for the support for our project through their Walktober campaign as part of their corporate social responsibility. I just got advised yesterday that they are actually donating $1,400 from that to our project, which is fantastic. To the Yarunga Primary School, their school council, principal Fran Waterman and teacher Michael Jennings, thank you very much. Thanks for providing the opportunity to work with them on such an exciting project. It's on Purpose to Tammy and Sue for helping us to define the project and effectively describe our goals, to our project mentor, Kaz Salmon, for her enthusiasm, curious questioning and encouragement. And most of all, I'd really like to thank my Jasper team colleagues for us working collectively to achieve our individual whys. So thank you, team. And thanks to all the encouragement from our AVCLP 2021 cohort as well. So thank you.
Really looking forward to seeing the installation of that mural take place. Now we are over to the quintets with Bringing Communities Together.
Hello everyone, I'm Tamara Barton from Team Quintex. Our project acknowledges the fundamental importance of volunteering in our communities. Volunteers are like glue that keep communities together, providing services that aren't delivered by government or by business. Think about community gardens, service clubs like Lions and Rotary, and their many projects. Consider homeless shelters and food charities like Albury-Wodonga Regional Food Share. These services would not exist without volunteers. Think about our fireys in the CFA and RFS and the SES who come along after a storm and put tarps over our houses to keep them dry. Sporting teams who keep our kids engaged and healthy. Organising competitions week in and week out. Wildlife rescuers, heritage groups, environmental organisations. Refugee advocacy. What would our communities be without these remarkable people? We wanted to help. I'm now going to introduce our next speaker from our team, Peter, to talk about our project conception.
How do these fantastic organisations attract people? How do they sustain themselves? Recognising how many volunteering organisations there are, we thought we would create a showcase event to demonstrate to the wider community the vast amount of work that volunteer organisations do. Focusing on the rural city of Wangaratta, we wondered how we could highlight to the public the extent and the diversity of volunteering opportunities. How could we engage the public, refresh community spirit, and attract new volunteers? How could we arrest the decline in volunteering that's been apparent over many years? Our first plan was to use the Wangaratta Show as a platform, but COVID has delivered us many pivots through the life of our project. As you may be aware, the Wangaratta Show has been cancelled for a second year. And so we were introduced to the Grit and Resilience program, already doing fantastic work in connecting our Wangaratta community. I'm now going to introduce the next speaker from our team, Pahal, to talk about our alignment with Grit and Resilience.
Okay, thank you. The Wangaratta is a strong community with the great people, but like the many places, it has had its share of the challenges, particularly in the recent year of the bushfire and the COVID lockdown. Grit and Resilience is a program funded by the federal government and supported by the rural city of Wangaratta. It's community-driven and the response to the mental health challenges and impact of the suicide in the Wangaratta. It recognizes the importance of benefit of engaging vulnerable group with the vibrant community life. Volunteering initiatives that do these are supported by the Grit and Resilience logistically and financially. We got in touch with the Grit and Resilience and asked how we could help. One of the projects already identified by the community was how to help the people organize their own event to support the Grit and Resilience program supported priorities. Now I'm going to introduce the next speaker, Paya.
Thanks, Pahal. All of those community groups offer a tremendous service to Wangaratta, but they need support and renewal. Their continued existence requires people to know about them and engage. And what better way to get the public to get together and to create these important connections? For some people, organising an event is second nature. Planning and logistics are part of their day-to-day working lives. But for many people, most, delivering their idea for a public event is overwhelming. There is so much to consider. Grit and Resilience has the financial and backing support to support people to deliver a great event, big or small. But how do we get more people to host these events? We decided to talk to experienced community event planners and put together a planning document specific to Wangaratta. This would help people with a good idea to deliver an engaging, well-crafted, thoughtful event that will deliver on Grit and Resilience priorities of a happy, healthy community. I'd now like to introduce our final speaker, Andrew, who will tell you about the future of our project.
Our document is a hands-on, step-by-step planning guide that helps a community-minded person or group take a great idea and turn it into reality. We want to support strong communities, highlight volunteering opportunities, and help organisations, big and small, to deliver events that bring people together. Our project has been designed to capture the essential pieces of organising a great event. It's something anyone can pick up and confidently use to ensure they've covered off the steps that are considered critical and help connect groups with the right people. I volunteer for the Tarawih CFA and Morale Football Netball Club. Our project has been the creation of a guide that both organisations can use to plan and host a showcase event that will attract members and volunteers. This is vital for the strength and sustainability of our organisations. We hope it will be used by other diverse community groups to organise get-togethers that increase participation and strengthen the community connections and their well-being. Thank you.
Excellent work. And the final project presentation tonight is from Ohana with Unspoken Words.
Sorry about that. Never waste a disaster. This is a sentiment that has been expressed to our 2021 AVCL cohort several times throughout this year. And it is one that I feel accurately summarises the leadership journey that Ohana has experienced navigating the community project section of this year's program. For our project, we had intended to collect and share stories. We were first inspired by the resilience of the Corryong community and then the vibrancy of Albury-Wodonga's multicultural community. Throughout the year, we've had many challenges thrown at us, many of which we couldn't control and we couldn't influence. We lost a member from our team. We overcame struggles with distance, battled COVID restrictions and border controls, balanced competing challenges within our personal lives, and worked against the ticking clock all year long. Our community project turned into a calamity, and we found ourselves at a point of a difficult decision. It was time to say enough was enough and accept that we were unable to complete our project and what we set out to achieve. We are Ohana, Tegan, Melinda, Helen, and Gemma, and we've decided that we're not going to waste our disaster. Instead, we're going to use the opportunity and learn from it. Over the next few minutes, we're going to share with you some things we've learned through our experiences this year.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. We believe that good leaders have the people in the forefront of their mind, people before project. Initially, we planned to work with the Upper Murray community to share their resilience through storytelling, but we decided to pivot after the Upper Murray suffered another tragedy. We agreed that although changing our project scope would set us back, the Upper Murray community needed time and space to heal. Community projects should be about the community. So we put the people first and shifted our focus. Similarly, towards the end of the program, when we decided not to deliver a project, we were taking care of our team, our family, and putting each other first.
We as leaders can validate people, validate our cohort, and make them feel empowered to show the best version of themselves. For many years, I have been embracing humanity as a whole and their unique qualities, no matter what that may look like. We are all different and have something to contribute as individuals and within our cohort. This year has made me feel exposed, vulnerable, and at times broken. Regardless of the struggles, it has also taught me that being an empath is an exceptional quality that needs to be valued and nurtured. Affirmed by some of the amazing leaders we have had the opportunity to learn from this year. It has been a fundamental quality that has empowered Ohana to get through the year. We have supported each other through many challenges to build our capacity, knowledge, self-awareness, and what not to do when we will be given the opportunity to lead within our communities. How did we recognise these important qualities within our team? We learned more about who we are as individuals and our leadership styles. We valued our worth within the team and allowed each other to have a voice and embraced our differences. Most importantly, we learned not to be afraid to say no. And because of this, we felt empowered, not defeated. As a leader, if you can build confidence and foster connections, it gives people the courage to explore ideas and share concerns. A problem shared is a problem halved.
There is certainly a sense that during our time together as a project team, we have come full circle. We were initially drawn to the idea of storytelling and we were passionate about community. We wanted to connect with the community and to capture their story of adversity and resilience with authenticity and honour. In the end, we have done exactly that. However, the story we have told has been our own. When we finally shut the door on our project, we opened the door to something else, the opportunity to lean into vulnerability and reflection and to do it justice, to make sense of our journey and to feel a sense of achievement. These tough decisions are often riddled with feelings of guilt and failure, and yet we have turned this around to carve out an experience which has been full of richness and opportunity. Whilst our project team may have embarked on a journey that appears somewhat unorthodox, our learnings have been profound. We came to understand that to lead a successful project, you need a solid foundation, one built on connection, rapport, and a respect for the skill set of everyone involved. Without the time and resources to build that strong foundation, it's hard not to wobble when the hard times hit. This has not been a failure, but an opportunity for growth and an experience we can be proud of. Thank you.
Well done, and some excellent reflections there from Team Ohana. Thanks to the Kiamba Foundation and the Hugh Williamson Foundation, who generously contributed seed funding to get these projects off the ground. Each year, Alpine Valley Community Leadership compile a story of the year in a publication that demonstrates the achievements of the graduates and AVCL. To talk about this a bit more, I'll hand over to AVCL Executive Officer Jackie Bramwell.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to undertake this task right near the end of your evening, and I'm probably the piece of the evening that's between you and the glass of champagne, so I'll be quick. The yearbook is our annual publication, and it's both a memento for you and it's a fantastic marketing tool for us. It demonstrates the achievements of you, our participants, and also of our broader achievements as an organisation. The yearbook's a showcase, and this year, for the first time ever, it will include your community projects. It highlights other leadership programs that we have delivered this year and other workshops, and that's pretty broad this year, broader than in style than probably what we've done in the past. The yearbook acknowledges our sponsors and funders and also the members of our voluntary board. I really wish to acknowledge the work of AVCL staff, Maddie, Billy, and our graphic designer and alumni, Renee Paola, in putting this year's yearbook together. It's been a huge piece of work, and I'm very grateful for all of the work that you've done. So as Executive Officer of Alpine Valley's Community Leadership, it's my pleasure to officially launch the 2021 yearbook. And congratulations, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. Now, to access the yearbook, you simply need to click on the Media tab on the left-hand side of the Chime screen. So you can have a peruse through that there. Now, this brings us to the end of the evening. And in true AVCL style, look, it really wouldn't be an AVCL event if there wasn't a survey involved. Those of us who have completed this course know just how many surveys, and I'm really sorry to break the news to you, 2021 cohort, they just keep coming. They just keep on coming. Anyway, so brace yourself for that one. But it is really important. Look, knowing AVCL, it's probably already in your inbox, but please do fill out the survey. It is the second year in a row that we have had a online graduation, and we would love to get some feedback from everyone who has participated this evening. Thank you to the technical gurus who have ensured that tonight has run smoothly. We've had a couple of little glitches, but that's the joy of these online events. But thank you so much for your expertise on core media. And to everyone who has attended this evening and supported the 2021 graduates through the program. My name is Elise Fisher. I have been your hostess with the mostess this evening. Thank you. And good night. Congratulations, everyone. It's done.